Welcome to the Calm Burrow. My name is Cheryl and I am so glad you are here. Today I'm going to be sharing a couple of my most recent makes as well as my spring wardrobe, which has been quite a transition because we went basically from winter to a very hot spring. So I will be sharing that with you, as well as some things that I will be making in the near future. So thank you again for being here, and let's get to it. First, I want to share this granny square vest that I finally finished. It turned out so well. I love it. It looks so cute. I ended up doing 4 squares on the side. It looked more complete that way, but still gives me plenty of room, for my arm to move around. And it looks super cute with long sleeve shirts. Of course, right now I just have it over a blue tank top because it's warm out. But it's so cute, and I'm so glad that I could still wear it during warm weather. When it's super hot, it might be just a little bit too warm for that. But like today, it's actually pretty nice, and it's cooler in the house. So I've been enjoying wearing it. And I made this out of it's a superwash wool. And then the white and then the brown, it's hard to tell, but this is a brown, is actually made from recycled yarns. I haven't even washed and blocked this yet because I was just excited to put it on. But yeah, I like it. I think I want to make the border a little thicker. I just did one little thing of single crochet. So I might go around and do a little bit of a thicker border, but I wanted to wait until after I blocked it to do that. But yeah, it's a fun piece. My other recent make was actually a pair of Chantrell pants, but I did view B, which is the cropped version. When the weather got really hot last week, I was feeling really desperate for hot weather clothes. I don't have any shorts because years ago I got rid of all my shorts, and a lot of the clothes I've been making are, I don't really have anything super lightweight yet. I have a lot of cotton and linen, both of which are nice and breathable, but I wanted something that was a little more, I guess, ready for summer and hot weather. So let me take this off. So I made it out of the same green linen that I made my hinterland dress out of. I had just enough, barely enough to make these pants. I think that these pants normally call for about 2.5 yards. I think I had barely 2 yards. So I made it work. And I've already worn it a lot. So it's got some wrinkling in it. But I love the patch pockets. They turned out really nice. And then the back pockets, which are I love that they're the same on all of the Chantrell pants. So I've made the wide leg ones before. Can you see? And then, of course, they're sort of their signature waistband, which is super comfortable. And then the detail on the bottom has this little pleat in the front, and there's also one in the back. Oh, there it is. And then the cuff, which was actually pretty easy. It was very similar, almost the same method of putting it on as the waistband. So it was pretty easy. And they're so cute on. I did adjust the rise like I did on my wide leg pants by about 2 inches. I have a really high waist, so I find having pants like with a really high rise works for me. And the nice thing about that is I don't need to lengthen the pants, because this pattern is drafted for someone who is about 5'5", and I'm 5'8". But I find with that 2-inch rise adjustment, it makes all their pants long enough. They seem to work out, even though it's only a 2-inch difference that I'm doing. And I guess I'm 3 inches taller than what it would be drafted for, but it seems to work out just fine. So yeah, these are basically the pants I didn't know I needed. I think they're so cute. I will show some pictures of me wearing them, or some video of me wearing them. And they kind of remind me of just like cute hobbit pants, which is pretty much what I'm always going for when I'm getting dressed. You know, what would Bilbo Baggins wear? So these pants definitely fit that, and they're super comfortable. I love them. So I'll show some video of me wearing them. So the other pants in my spring capsule wardrobe you've seen, so I'm not going to go into too much detail other than just talk about the colors and how they go in my wardrobe. So these are both also the Chantrell pants, wide leg. And actually what I'm wearing the brown ones. And then I have the blue ones, and then these checked ones that I wore a lot last summer. I love these. I get a lot of compliments on these. Here's the pockets, they're super cute. But it's funny because like I've been making a lot of tops that are patterned, different kinds of checks and gingham. And of course they don't really go with these. And like even this, you know, doesn't really pair very well, but they look really good with like solid t-shirts and tank tops. So it's a really nice one to have. And then of course the navy blue goes with everything, and the brown ones go with everything. So I have about 7 shirts here. I have a few other t-shirts and tank tops, just some basics that I just always have in my wardrobe for layering. So I'm not really going to talk about those. I'm just going to talk about my main ones that I have. So there's a few that were store-bought, but most of them are handmade. So this first one, obviously store-bought. I got it on Amazon a few years back. One of my favorites, just really fun, easy t-shirt style shirt. So, and it goes with pretty much all my pants. And then I have this one. This is the Nocturne top by So Liberated. And it's a nice springtime one. It actually looks really good with either the navy pants or the brown ones. But this one's a nice lightweight cotton. And it is a little warm if it gets too hot, like 90 degrees, it's a little too warm for that. But on a cooler spring or summer day, it's nice. And you've seen this one. This is the Matcha top by So Liberated. And it's just a really nice lightweight linen one, and that's actually, I don't know if you could tell, but it's a dusty purple check. And I usually wear a tank top under it or a bralette One that's kind of has more coverage and it basically looks like a tank top underneath, but it has that nice breezy feel to it. And then these two you've seen, they work out really well. Linen t-shirts go with almost everything except for those charcoal checked pants, but they go with the brown, the blue, and of course now the green cropped pants, but nice and breezy linen. And then I just have a couple store-bought tees that I wear. This one I wear a lot, this kind of mossy colored one. It's just a basic tee. And then I have this one that it's old, it's getting a little grungy, but I wear it like all my days at home when I'm just, you know, doing laundry or whatever. But I like them because they're nice colors that go, again, with almost all my pants. So just more casual shirts. And I have about a handful of tank tops. So I have my regular layering tank tops, which are just jersey knit. And then I have my more, I guess you could say elevated ones that I can just wear on their own. So I have this blue one that I thrifted. It's an organic cotton. It's actually like a really good quality. I was so happy to find this one. And then I don't know where to put stuff. Just throw that back there again. And then I have these three ones that I bought from a company called Cotton Flower Clothing. Unfortunately, they just recently went out of business, but I used to shop from them a lot before I knew how to sew. But I always liked the colors that they had. So they always had these nice kind of earthy colors and these thinner cottons. So I would love to, at some point, maybe draft some of these and maybe make some in the future when these wear out. But just some nice earthy, breezy tank tops that I like to wear in the summertime. So this was a store-bought, kind of like a lightweight flannel that I've had for a long time. And I use it mostly as like just to protect myself from the sun. But I get way too hot in it during hotter days. And it's really the only lightweight one that I have. So it makes me realize that I want to make something similar, but from a much more lightweight, breathable material. So that will be coming up soon. I don't know. I need to find a pattern and then some nice lightweight linen to make something like this. Because I go walking all the time, especially in the sun, and I like to just like be able to throw that over. And then when I'm not wearing it, I tie it around my waist. That way I always have it with me. I definitely need something that is better for hot weather. The other fun layering piece I have is this green vest made last year. And this is out of, it's called the Forger Vest by So Liberated. And it has these great, let's see if I can hold it up, these great big pockets. There we go. Yeah, it's a great layering piece. This is actually a pretty lightweight linen that I got on Amazon before I discovered some of the linen shops on Etsy. So this is a pretty inexpensive one, but it works great for this vest. And this vest, you know, it's not like it's going to keep me warm or anything like that. It's just really cute. And again, it kind of, when I'm wearing it, it kind of gives me Hobbit vibes. So I'll show some pictures of me wearing that. And of course I have the Hinterland dress. I pulled this out of the laundry, so ignore any, you know, dirt or anything that needs to be cleaned up on it. But again, a great staple piece. And yeah, I love it. I wore it like a sundress, so that's why it has a little bit of deodorant on it. I wore it on one of those really hot days, but it kept me nice and cool. And this is that really nice green that I made the pants out of too. But yeah, that's a nice one. And one of my favorite pieces, the Petrichor Pinafore. Just a great layering piece. I wore it like all throughout the winter with long sleeves. I could wear it over tank tops and like just little blousey tops during the summer. But it's this color. It was like kind of like a dusty purple, and it's just ended up being a great staple. Yeah. Recently, I was helping my sister clean out my parents' garage, and I found a few little treasures I just wanted to share with you real quick. I found this little hand knit sweater that I believe my great grandmother made for our Barbies when we were little. And I just thought it was so cute, so cute and so detailed. Like I would wear this, you know, if it were, you know, human size, but it was just adorable. So there's that one. And then there was this little hat that matches. I hope it's not blurry. There we go. And I remember playing with these. And then there was this one, little cute, another little sweater. And there was several others, but they were just like coming apart and fraying, so we had to get rid of those ones. But these ones were in really good condition. I just thought they were so adorable and maybe inspiring to someone. Like if you knit and love to knit little things, I don't know that I want to ever knit little things, but I just thought that they were so cute. So I wanted to share that with you. And then the other thing my sister found and thought it would be perfect for me, she found this scarf. I think it used to be my mom's. And it's not real silk, unfortunately. I wish it was. I think it's just like I don't know, polyester or acrylic. I don't know what it would be, but it's really pretty. And it's in colors like I would wear it, like that purple. Is this purple? Yeah. Purple. Like this would be really cute with the Petrichor Pinafore. Kind of catch that purple. And I'm totally a scarf person. You'll see me wearing scarves all the time because I don't know, I just like them. But yeah, a cute little scarf. So you'll see that me wearing that in the future, hopefully. couple other things that we found. This point turner that used to be my mom's, and it's seems like a really good quality one. It's better than the one I have, and I've already used it, so it's come in handy. And then the other thing was this thing of threads. Now these are all older threads. I probably should not use them, otherwise they could break. I've been told anything on a wooden spool, you probably shouldn't use, because the thread is older and it can snap. But they're really cute, like if you want to have them to be decorative. So, and I have a few from going through my mom's stuff in the past, and I'll just do this. I'll just put them in a jar just to be decorative. So I might do that with some of these, but yeah, it's cute. So in my last video, I had talked about doing or being interested in sewing the Oline pants by Charlie Darwin Textiles. And I did do a practice version, and I am so glad I did because it ended up being too small, too tight. And I learned a lot, so I'm glad I did this. First of all, I did way too much for a practice version. I did pockets and everything. So hopefully I can salvage those pockets or salvage this piece. Like here's the front pockets I did. But it was, the pattern was great. It was flowing along just fine. And when it came to try these on, they were just much too tight around here, and I couldn't squat in them. So I sized up by 2 sizes. I actually had my husband help me with the math. Math is not my thing. So I think I must have been tired when I was trying to figure out the sizes, because I went back and I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't account for like how much ease there would be. So I made a second practice version, and I did it much simpler. I left off the pockets and it fits. So you're not really gonna, this is a practice version, so you're not really gonna be able to see much here, but much wider. I can squat in them. So I'm gonna go ahead and move forward, making them in the nice linen. So that will be in next month's video. And then I did a practice version for the Breeze Top by Twig and Tail. Once again, I am so glad I did a practice version, because it ended up being too tight. Like when I moved my arms forward, it was super tight in through here and a little bit tight through the bust. So I redid my measurements, redid the math, and I'm sizing up. So my practice version is super messy because I used like some fabric that just was not working very well. And I did the sleeves inside out on accident. So I'm hoping that I can salvage this fabric for maybe a smaller project. But yeah, this ended up being like way too tight. So I will talk about those more in my next video, because those definitely are going to be the next projects. And they would have been done for this video, but I had sizing issues with both of them. But now that I know the correct sizes, I can move forward. And I'm really excited because, like I said, the patterns were flowing great. Well, I'll talk about that more because, yeah, it'll be something to share in my next video, but that'll be something to look forward to. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and letting me share my spring wardrobe and my future makes. As always, I love reading your comments and I appreciate you watching my videos so much. So thank you so much for being here, and I will see you next time. All right, bye.